Greetings everyone, hey, a warm welcome to you all. Thanks for joining me guys, because this is the December reading for you all. It's a great time of the year to go back and review what's happened, given it's the end of the year. It's also a really good time to make some decisions about what not to bring forward in terms of things to let go. It's a good time to also plan your intentions for the new year that is just around the corner. So for 2019 coming. It can be a really good time to also look back on the year and see the things that you have done well or that you have achieved or set into place, and reward yourself for that, and remember to congratulate yourself on how far you may have come in certain areas of your life. And if there are other things that you want to uplift or to start or to carry on, this is a good time, as I said, to set the intentions and put the plans in place to make sure those activities happen. So I have had recent finger surgery on a sort of a node that needed to be removed, and it has made shuffling the cards a little bit difficult. So for this month we're going to do a different format. I've learned how to improvise and to connect with the, sort of psychic or intuitive realm at a different level. So the cards have already been pre-selected for you as we run through them. So it's time to also, another good perspective of the dynamics of December is a celebratory time. Now, not all of you will follow the event of Christmas, it won't mean that much to you, but it is a time, even from a non-religious perspective, of appreciating those around you, of connecting in the realm of love, of showing gratitude, peacefulness and happiness. So I do want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas as well, and may you have safe and happy, prosperous, love-filled and positive energy-filled December, Christmas and festive season. And I want to thank you all for joining the channel and subbing and liking the videos and being part of the program and the journey forward for 2019. So thank you all for that, and let's get into the readings. Much love. Namaste. So welcome Taurus to your personal part of the reading for December 2018. As I mentioned earlier, we are using a different format and style for this reading. I particularly felt that these cards here, the Surrender to Beauty cards, the Surrender cards, were really relevant for this end of year reading of December, as we bid farewell to 2018 and let drop off anything that no longer suits us or things that we haven't managed to accomplish or finish, and then move into 2019 with new set intentions, directions, dreams and desires. So we are having one of these cards here, the Surrender cards, and then one of the tarot. From the tarot deck we have the Major Arcana and the Aces only, and then our final card will be this one here, which I haven't turned over or looked at but have been previously shuffled. These are the Keeper of the Lights. So let's start with this one, Surrender to the Beauty of the Natural World, a particularly pretty vista in front of us. The words at the bottom say, take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. I know for myself personally, I enjoy spending time with nature, and I'm usually during some part of my day, I'm outdoors or feeling the vibration or connecting with it one way or another. I think it is a very cathartic and healing process. It offers us a lot of energy as well. Given that you guys Taurians are an earth sign, you do actually, without possibly understanding it or being aware of it, gain a lot of your strength and energy and power from the earth and from the grounding processes that you can maintain or establish. So being outdoors and feeling the ground beneath your feet is very, very empowering. And you can do that in places such as that vista in front of you is suggesting. So forests, green grass, outdoor with trees, plants or flowers or animal life even. Now, since I drew these cards before the actual video started, I spent some time connecting with them and the messages that they were passing forward. So I've written them down and I'll work through them now for you. So yeah, surrender to the beauty of the natural world, relax, enjoy, replenish. And now I got the colours green for you, and to connect with your heart, both physically and emotionally, because green is the colour or essence of the heart chakra, and for some reason this card, the green, really jumped out. So some of you may have some physical healing of the heart that you need to do. This could be maintaining or uplifting a new fitness regime or a health regime or a diet. It might be time to, at the end of the year, as I said, it's a really good time to set our intentions for our movement forward into the new year. Of course, this one coming is 2019. So for some of you, it might be beneficial to have things like a physical checkup from your doctor, things like blood pressure, cholesterol check, your actual heart, get it checked and see that it's all functioning well. For others, this may be more of an emotional perspective to do with your heart. So some of you might need some heart healing going on, whether it's to do with your relationships or trauma or loss or grief, or a love issue around you. This might be a really good time to go back and figure out what you might be holding on to that you need to let go of, or why there is pain in that area of your body or your emotional or spiritual body. Like, what is it that might be hurting that you could let go of? What is it that you wish you perhaps could change or didn't experience, either in the year just gone by or in previous years? When we hold on to pain, emotional pain that affects us in the areas of love, or our ability to connect with others, or to feel close, or to feel empathy, or to, you know, to be able to share and care very carefully and closely with someone, when we hold on to negatives that affect that, it can disassociate us from making these deep connections with other people. And it doesn't just have to be romantic connections that I'm talking about. These can be the connections of lifetime friends or family members or community members. So it might be prudent to do some meditation or to do some very calm, gentle, nurturing healing at your own level and your own pace. And you could do this by connecting in meditation when you're outdoors in this beautiful green area. The other messages I got were, take time to nurture relationships, yes, and especially with yourself. So make sure you put yourself into the picture for your plans and movements as you're heading into the new year. If you're overtly committed to a whole lot of different things in your life, whether it be career options or studying or traveling or fitting in different relationships, like you might be a busy working person as well as a parent, as well as a very close caregiver to someone, as well as a coach or a mentor. You might have all of these different things going on in your life, but the most important relationship you have is with yourself, and you must care for that and nurture it and tend it lovingly, and make sure you put the time aside for it, because from that basis and fundamental initiation of yourself, all things manifest and grow out, and that's how you grow yourself further, and you're able to deploy your time to other resources and people and situations. But if you haven't nourished it and set a protocol in place for good, thorough, balanced time and energy and relaxation and fun and enjoyment and learning and nurture, then it starts to crumble as you move into the year. It's all about planning. It says connect with the pleasure and euphoria of ecstasy. So there's something in here for you guys about receiving ecstasy and the sheer joy and harmony and bliss that that feeling can encapsulate within us. And it can grow us and take us to heights that are beyond dreaming. Ecstasy is the emotion of not perfection per se, but it's the emotion of unbelievable attainment of something in our life, whether it be physical or emotional or mental or spiritual. So when we achieve that ecstasy, at the same time we are finding pleasure and euphoria and joy and happiness and love and attainment. So there is some of that within this reading. So some of you are either heading for that, or you are seeking it, or you are initiating it or activating it at a level within your life. So keep that flow going, keep the direction of that going, and don't give up on, if you've come to any roadblocks, don't give up on knowing passionately that you can get to where you are headed with planning and movement and activation. And the last message was spend time in nature, especially green areas. And I think we've probably already covered that off with the card. You can also wear the colour green, and you can eat green foods, and you can do meditations like that, heart chakra healing meditations, as well as to connect with that green energy. So yeah, enjoy what's coming to you, because I feel like there's some definite lightness and intensity with some of these activations that you might be able to make as the year rolls in. So with that, let's move into this card here, and we'll turn this over. Remember, these are just the major arcana, or the aces. Oh wow, and you have the sun. And the readings I've done so far have actually been quite synchronistically tied in, and I love it when that happens. You've been told to spend time outdoors in the beauty of the natural world, and shining through this vista here are beautiful golden rays coming from none other than the sun. And the sun is the epitome of life and energy and activation and empowerment, and it can provide euphoria and pleasure and ecstasy. So the sun is about new life, new beginnings, new awareness, new awakenings. It's the thing that gives us life on this planet. So it grows us, it nurtures us, it's all encompassing. It can also even provide new life at the very new level. So pregnancies is a possibility for those of you who are seeking this, possibly in the next year. Even maybe in December this might occur. It can also represent new relationships coming in, and very profoundly deep ones, such as these two here. So some of you may find new relationships coming into your life. Now, it doesn't just have to mean the romantic ones. This can be new relationships such as the blending of a family together. So you might end up with a half sibling or a step sibling or a step child, one way or another. You might be introduced to some very special people that you become very deep bonded friends with within your community, one way or another. So there's many different perspectives and dynamics to deep, meaningful relationships in our life. But again, these are the source of, and often contain, those vibrations of euphoria and ecstasy and happiness and pleasure. So the sun also is the card of fertilization, of not just conceptuality of a pregnancy, but the fertilization and dreaming of and manifesting into this reality new ideas, thoughts and paradigms. So this can be a time where much newness is coming into your life. So I think, given that this is an end of year reading and a beginning of the new year, this is a wonderful bunch of cards that you've received with a really tied in message of flow and positivity and manifestation. Again, we just talk a little bit about the fact that the sun represents, overall, it represents good health. So from a physical perspective, when we talked before about the heart health and getting a health checkup and starting the new year perhaps with some positive reinforcements, You know, like on New Year's Day, a lot of people go through the procedure of saying, what are our New Year's resolutions this year? And someone might go, oh, I'm going to go on a new health kick, and I'm going to eat well and drink less and give up smoking or give up drugs, or, you know, I'm going to learn to run a marathon or join a new sports club or something along those lines. So there's all these sort of things that the sun can represent, this newness and desire to achieve and undertake powerful positives in that realm. So 2 fabulous cards for you as your reading evolves for this December period. And what we will do now is go to the 3rd card, which is this Keepers of the Light, and I will turn this over and see what you have. It doesn't matter that it's upside down, it's an oracle card. You have Lady Venus, so we're kind of back in the celestial realms with Venus and the Sun. There might be a meaning in there as well to do with astrology or planets that might be affecting you guys one way or another, or planetary alignments that are coming for either December or early 2019. So Lady Venus is downloads and understanding. It said truth is being revealed. Deep insights are coming from heaven and the astral realm. Now what I am doing for these cards, because they really are quite divine, the wordings from them, is that I'm going to read from the book for you, the actual meanings. Lady Venus is the twin flame of Sanat Kumara and is said to reside on the astral realm surrounding the planet Venus. The light beings of Venus, known as Venusians, are now coming to light workers on Earth to help them with their connections, understanding and capacity to share divine love. Lady Venus is a wonderful keeper of the light to call on when you are trying to forge a connection with the heavens, or finding it difficult to understand the signs, symbols and guidance that are being sent to you physically or through meditation. She also allows us to connect with or focus on particular energies so we can understand them more. If you are studying a spiritual subject at this time, call on Lady Venus to help you. And here's your celestial visitor, little Ella, putting some grounded cat energy, pet or animal energy into the reading. You know, just receiving that message about the light, you know, that you might be receiving messages and downloads. And when we look at this card, beneath it, the sun, what is the sun? It's light. So there's a message in here too for you guys about just keeping the light as an activation for you, keeping light around you as an energy, calling upon the light workers or the light helpers or keepers for finding answers and solutions as well. But just popping back to Lady Venus, the extended message of the card is hearing high-pitched noises, seeing flickers of light, and having the sense that beings are visiting you in your sleep are all signs that you are receiving downloads from heaven. Whenever this is happening, spend some time in contemplation so that you can ask the universe what you really need to know. This card also represents downloads of information being received by your mind. Know that the universe sees you as capable of holding soul-centered information that will help you and others reach a new level of understanding. So for some of you, this could be, you know, a time of real spiritual growth in particular, or a time of being almost like a mentor to other people and being in a position whereby you can offer help and support to people that you love around you who might be needing extra knowledge or teaching or awareness or support in any way. So I think Lady Venus, and again she has that beautiful crystal centered right on her heart chakra, and we talked about the heart chakra at the very beginning with the color green. So even though she doesn't exude green, she exudes something from the heart as well as the mind or the head. So some of you might feel plenty of activations in either of those areas as the year progresses or as this year declines in energy. And these could be just profound feelings of love and connection and support and desire to either help or nurture either yourself or people around you, as I say. So I think your reading, you guys, is very full of loving and caring and supporting energies, and it doesn't always just have to be you giving them. It may be that you receive them. Certainly this last card is about receiving from your celestial helpers and from the universe in general. So there we are, Taurus. Thank you very much for joining me for the last of these readings for the year, and may you find much euphoric and ecstasy and blissful feelings of joy, connection, love and learning as your journey continues to grow and move on. So have a wonderful December ahead, everyone, a great festive season and a Merry Christmas, and much love and light. Namaste.